Okay, hey guys, so this is Gene, also known as Aries, and with me is...
I'm Rob, also known as Buzz Unemployed.
Tonight we had a fun night out, had a lot of beer, a lot of wine, and to finish it off, to top off the night, we decided to cast a few games.
What's better than doing a casting at 4 a.m.?
Exactly, so truer words have never been spoken, and as such we're gonna go into a game, an Arabia game from AoCBox. Or is it AoCBox? Yeah, it is from AoCBox. Between DauT and Jordan.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready. Who am I kidding? It's just gentlemen.
Yeah. Maybe a few ladies. If you count Caesar and, you know. Let's use the... Okay, let's look at the map first. So you have, again, DauT as Selena in the red against Jordan as blue. They're both Huns. You can see it by the 200 population. And let's look at the maps. DauT has a really bad close wood. This is the best wood he's got, but it's inside a crater and it's really not sizable. Whereas if you compare it to Jordan's, he's got this one.
Yeah, that's a good wood. Which
is a good wood. Again, you can. The lake is not a good thing because you have some archers inside. Oh, let's see. They may be doing a D-rush war. No. So DauT does not want a D-rush war, whereas Jordan did. Okay, so the problem with the lakes inside the wood is that you can put a few archers inside. To really protect it, you have to palisade or stonewall these parts right here. And maybe even this one. I'm not sure if it's open. Seeing as there's only one shorefish, it's probably not worth to make a mill.
Or a dock.
Or a dock or anything, yeah, especially a dock. Fish traps are great, but they're a very slow food source.
The slowest food source. Alright, so I think, actually I don't mind Jordan's choice to do a lumber camp on the left-hand side. It's solid wood, it's on the back side of his base. It's smart from a defensive standpoint.
Exactly, so this is the safest wood that he had, and he decided to use it. The disadvantage with using this safest wood so early in the game is that for later on, you will use it all. One approach was to use this one and then make a second one over here. So if you get rushed, then you can transfer your villagers to the safe one, but focus on eating the forward one. In Cavalry Archer Wars, you need two primary resources. One is wood and the other one is gold. Now, seeing as they're both the Hun civilization and the game's title was Fast Castle Cavalry Archers, that's, I'm sure, what you're going to see. So a safe wood and a safe gold, which Jordan has both with both this wood and this gold, is what they need. Now, because of the hill bonus, he's going to be able to kill this villager, but DauT goes and brings another one, so Jordan has to retreat. He could steal this boar, especially with this elevation. You bring your scout over here, and you attack the boar from the elevation. The boar does weak hits, or relatively weak hits against your scout, and you can easily maneuver them away. But Jordan tends to be a very nice player, and he tends to not steal and not be an ass.
Yeah, and this seems like a friendly game, seeing as they were deciding on what to do before the game started, so there's really no point in stealing the boar.
Now, I do have to point out that DauT has all of his golds forward. So if Jordan, and also this stone.
Yeah, it's a really powerful spot to take control of.
So if Jordan forwards and say he puts his ranges, archer ranges right here, and he puts a tower right over here, he has control of all of these resources. This gold is very unprotected and very difficult to secure for DauT. So they have some trash talking. Don't know how friendly it is, but I'm sure it's not that bad. This little trick was nice by Jordan, but it used up a good 10 seconds for at least 8 villagers, so that's not the best efficiency that you can get. And as I mentioned in the previous cast, my only other cast that I did, this game has, I don't know if fortunately or unfortunately, but it has all become about efficiency. You want to make as efficient an economy, as efficient a army, and as efficient anything as you can.
I'm not crazy about that second lumber camp spot. Click the fog of war. Let's see just how much he sees here. We'll go to Jordan's viewpoint. No, yeah, interesting.
Well, you have the extra surface area, so it's, yeah, this is the problem.
You're gonna get villagers that walk around, and you're gonna cut through those trees pretty quickly. I mean, I would almost rather see even one lumber camp on the north side, so that.
This was clever.
Yeah, that is actually really smart.
This makes the walking path for the villagers to chop this wood much longer, and the AI actually takes this wall into account. So now the walking distance is, instead of going like this, they have to go all the way around. So they will not do this trip.
Now, what do you think about, rather than that second lumber camp where it was, go back to the Northwood here, what do you think about making a second lumber camp right here instead?
If I was Jordan, I would have made my first one either over here or over here.
Pocket there, yeah.
But
like I understand why you put that first lumber camp where you did. You a fan of separating your lumber camps? And it's nice in the sense that if you get attacked, you still have a wood income source.
And keep in mind, DauT, he's on stone and on gold. See, Jordan is making this forward push. He's playing based on the map, and he's using the map to his utmost advantage. Here, at this point, he has the foundation for the palisade walls, which will prevent the villagers from taking the tower down quicker. But DauT doesn't see it. DauT does not see this tower coming. And now, yeah, see, this is how Dreams mentioned that DauT has an amazing game sense. This is exactly it. This is his game sense coming into play.
I mean, depending on how much of Jordan's base he had scouted, he was probably farm scanning for a while to figure out where his military buildings were, and when he couldn't find them, assuming that he may have gone forward.
Yeah, he most likely farm scanned this area right here and saw that he couldn't build a farm in red, which made him send a scout to make sure to find out what exactly was there. Now, DauT seems set on going blacksmith and archery range, and now he added to the trash talk. He said, I will still FC, I'll still go fast castle just to embarrass you some more. So, Jordan knows exactly what it is that DauT is doing. And let's see how he places. This is a bad mining camp. With stone, you always want to make it touching the stone, especially with a number of villagers, say less than 6 or 8.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good 3 or 4 tiles there where the villagers have to walk to and from every time.
This is a good skirmisher placement, but again, DauT's tower is going to protect him, and it's going to give him the wood.
And he really doesn't have a lot of wood right there.
So let's see how he plays. Now, DauT is up. This is not the best tower.
Yeah, he doesn't have very many berries left, so you're not costing him too much food in that respect. You're going to cover 2 farms, though.
It's only 2 farms. Here, if you would have made the tower, you would have covered 3. The berries are in a danger zone anyway, because you have army right there. So DauT can't really use it.
One really good thing that it does do, though, is that DauT does not have very much wood, and if he was going to go anywhere for more, it would have been a spot that this new tower is going to cover.
Right, that leaves...
So the rest of the wood on the map, with the exception of the very eastern corner, is very unprotected. So it's got some benefits to where that tower was placed.
And see, to add to that, now if DauT goes for a wood, you know exactly that he's not going to go for this one, and most likely he's not going to go for this one. So you can much better predict where his wood villagers will go. Here, DauT is sending villagers to look for gold, most likely.
Yeah, go back to Fog of War. See what he sees.
Yeah, DauT is sending just a blind luck scout in hopes of finding some gold that he can mine. Probably this is the only gold that there is available that I see from the map. So more likely than not, he's gonna come here and make either a mining camp and hope it doesn't get noticed, which it probably wouldn't because Jordan is doing a forward attack. Or he might do a town center.
Let me out. Did Jordan get trapped?
So DauT is in castle now. Jordan is far from castle. I mean, he doesn't have the farm economy even near it. He needs, geez, at least 6 more farms, maybe even 8, before he can go up to castle. So that's a good 4 minutes more. He's making wheelbarrow early, too early, I think.
I remember a long time ago that people did tests and basically said about 40 villagers was a good time. 35 to 40 villagers was a good time to do wheel.
And this is not the best farm, of course. You want to make farms near your gathering points, near your mills, your town centers, and again going back to efficiency. Now let's see what DauT does. Yeah, he ended up making a town center here. Now keep in mind, DauT is behind in population and in villagers. He lost a few villagers, and he's only population 31 in pure villagers against Jordan's, let's see, 18 against Jordan's 31. So in villagers it's equal. With the exception that DauT now has 2 town centers pumping. And he has now 2 archery ranges, both which are going to make not skirmishers, but cavalry archers. Jordan again needs to make more farms and needs to focus on going up to Castle Age. The problem though is that Jordan thinks that this is all that DauT has. He thinks that this is the only economy that he has, and seeing as he controls the gold, he doesn't think that DauT can make any cavalry archers.
I think he's starting to sense that something might be up, sending units back to his base.
And he's sending them to his base. Not even to this gold, but rather to his base.
I'm sure he doesn't even know the gold's there. You can only see that one little block.
And this is a completely accidental discovery, but let's see how Jordan reacts. Yeah, he saw it. Fletching no armor. No armor is because he wants to go up to castle faster. And he saw this, so he should be putting archers all around this town center. But he's not doing anything. Okay, and DauT now has no upgrades for his cavalry archers. And he's sending them out. He's going to go for a raid.
Jordan probably has enough skirmishers to protect his base for the time being, but it's going to slow down his castle as well, because he doesn't have a lot of farms.
And again, keep in mind, skirmishers take up food to make.
Exactly. He doesn't have a lot of farms, so it's going to delay his castle even further.
Even with the wheelbarrow that he has, he's still not going to be up for a while. And as you see, this wood, as Rob pointed out earlier, is now already gone. So this really is not that much wood left.
And, I don't like his new lumber camp either. He made it a few tiles back.
Yeah. It should have been touching more.
It looks like something he just kind of rushed.
DauT now has the first attack and range upgrade, fletching. And of course it's castle age units against feudal units. He's making a market to buy some food to go up. Because he realizes that he has to keep pumping while he's pumping archers. I see, and he's trying, his focus is on raiding DauT's economy, which is honestly exactly what he should be doing.
Unfortunately, it's just kind of bad economic management given the fact he has 900 gold and there's no reason to have that much in feudal age. You could have gotten those villagers on food and been castled by now.
The other issue, see, when your opponent, if you're playing a Hun war and your opponent goes a fast castle, and this is exactly why this wood is now dangerous. Early on it was protected because DauT did not have any army that he could hit it with. But now he has a very mobile and with Bodkin arrow, a very strong raiding army.
And so this game is pretty much over now that he's got the cavalry archers in between the villagers and the town center.
So DauT set up a gold and wood economy and pumped out cavalry archers to focus purely on a raiding. He's got enough villagers to support the upgrades for the cavalry archers and keep the 2 town centers pumping, but that's it.
Go back to DauT's point of view. I want to see all the shit talk that's about to go on.
Oh, we'll see it from Jordan's though. I know, just you don't see the chat from the other player in the recorded games. It's only on one player.
Oh, I thought we were starting on DauT's point of view. Was it Jordan's?
Yeah, no, on Jordan's, yeah. The thing is, okay, so in Hun Wars, let's say your enemy castles faster and you know he's going for cavalry archers. One option, again, depending on how you're going to counter it, the best counter is probably going also mass cavalry archers. And seeing as you're going to go up to castle later, your economy should be stronger than his. So you can make more ranges and you can produce more than he can. The way to defend while you're going up is towers.
Yep.
You need to put a few villagers on stone and do double towers. Not just one, because he can get this massive archers underneath it. And because of the one range around the tower that cannot be hit, they're just going to go and deny that gold or whatever resource that you have. So what you need is 2 towers, clumps of 2 towers on every important resource, which is, for Hun Wars, gold and wood. From farms, all you need from a food economy is enough villagers to just keep your town center going and get the upgrades for your army.
So that's essentially maybe 8 farms. You need 6 to keep the town center going, and then another 2 farms to get the upgrades. So you really don't need a ton of villagers on food.
And again, the only focus at this stage in the game is raiding, nothing else. You want to raid the enemy's economy and do as much damage as you can while losing as few units as possible.
What does Jordan make? Is he making a 3rd mining camp there? I don't know if I like that.
It's instead of force dropping, he took lumber villagers, and instead of force dropping them to lumber, then just sending them to the gold, which would have saved him 100 wood.
Yeah, he probably saved less wood by making the mining camp.
Just the problem is he had 800 wood,
right.
So that wasn't the issue. He needed gold. DauT now has both armor upgrades against Jordan's and Boggin, and Jordan doesn't even have Boggin.
Yeah.
So that's the game.
Game.